Going live. Oh wow, that's funny. That's funny. It just captured that. That's funny. All right. So anyway, clearly y'all got to see me eating some popcorn. I'm gonna turn that off. Go begin the video. That video. Anyway, so look, this is a lot to unpack here, and I want to be objective and fair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just play him, and then I'm gonna interject. I'm play him, interject, play him, interject, play him, interject, and we're gonna try and get through this, go through most of this stuff. Um, yeah. But yeah, I think that's the best way to do it, the easiest way, because you got a lot of things he like throwing at the wall, and it's like if you don't catch it in the moment, like it's kind of hard to really talk about it, because otherwise, oh, I'll be sucking. No, I need water. Hold on. I'm back. Ah, the water. Almost choked. Not good. All right. So, without further ado, let's begin. I'm not trying to quiet your voices, actually. So I don't want to say that in an improper way. I just haven't had the time to word it in the most elegant way possible. So, so that's a Stephen move. When Harriet Tubman, well, Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people. National Basketball Association. Okay. Now look. Now look. That right there. We're just gonna start. Yeah, I started it hard. I started with the main thing, like people have a problem with what he said actually isn't false. It isn't false. It just phrased incorrectly, because what happened was, so they went from being actual slaves, which is way worse, to being basically like corporate slaves in a sense. That's what he's saying. He's saying you went from being slaves to corporate slaves. She did free slaves. We're not going to take that from her. That's where he's wrong. But people went to being corporate slaves. Black people went to being corporate slaves. Like now, you're working for a white person as a maid or butler, and you're getting paid, chump change. Or you're being a maid or butler to, excuse me, sorry, to, well, you're not being a maid or butler. Let's say you're working in a factory or whatever, but your white counterparts are getting paid way more than you are. And like whether they were cleaning, janitors, like shoe shiners, whatever it was, like they could start out. That's where they started out as people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they were doing. So they went from being working for a white man for nothing, and then they went to working for a white man and getting paid, which is still a drastic improvement. But it's, in a sense, all we've done now is, in a sense, like improve on that process, because there's not too many big companies and all that, which he starts going into. He's going to start going into that we actually own. We don't even own BET. Like we have Revolt, like we have Oprah's own network, but she can't have her network out without, her network has to go through someone to get on your TV, and the people that own that aren't black. you know. And then, yeah. So I don't think he's necessarily crazy, crazy for saying that. I think he just doesn't know how to articulate himself and saying that we went from being slaves to being corporate slaves, and that's where we are now. And he's gonna mention something about like trying to break the cycle of things because this is where we've been for forever. It's not saying it's any fault of our own. You know, we've had multiple Black Wall Streets, and they've all got burned down and stuff. You know, burned down, people killed. You know, people jealous of our success and being able to build each other up and taking care of our own. Like we were doing it. They was rich, like rich. Own companies, you know what I'm saying? Own your own store, own doctors, own everything. And things were great for them. Um, yeah, but without further ado, we're gonna keep going.
It's not owned by any blacks. Universal Music is not owned by any blacks. Any celebrity that you see talking is not the real power. Because the real power that I am putting my life on the life today to speak about, you don't see them.
So, oh well, he's gonna get into it. Hold on.
You don't see the real power. You don't know who's putting the internet in your school just to track you. You don't know who's targeting you. Black woman in between the ages of 12 to 21 that follows this person in order to buy this product. You don't know who's the head of the board. In risk or no risk of losing whatever deal possible, I am not on the board at Adidas. I am not on the board at Gap. And that has to change today. Or I walk away.
Well, see that little excerpt that I just played right there. That was probably the most coherent thing he said. Like total thought, coherent, because there isn't any black ownership. Like really, like real deal, like black ownership. I'm talking about like that top tier, that upper level, that 1%er, that 1%. You know, that top 1% of the 1%. We ain't there. You know, things are consolidated. You know what I'm saying? And then we're not on any of those boards. You know what I'm saying? You may go meet the board, but we ain't on the board. So, you ain't lying. All right, let's keep going.
Because don't believe that because they put the second woman, not the first, on the bus, the first woman, the first, you know that story where I'm going, right? There was a girl, what, do you remember her name? Not Rosa Parks. There was a dark-skinned woman. What was she, 15? 15? She was pregnant at a wedlock. So she couldn't start the movement. She couldn't put the bricks in the streets. I don't know.
I'm really curious as to why he said, in particular, she couldn't put the bricks in the street. Very curious on that. Because that's been an ongoing thing with the protests when they first started. Was you know, who's putting these bricks in the streets? Like, why are there just pallets of bricks? Like, who has pallets of bricks? Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know too many black people that have pallets of bricks. I don't know too many people in general that have pallets of bricks. I don't know how too many people that have pallets of bricks and that will go protest at the same time. Like, and if you are supporting the protest, that's a weird way to support a protest. Like, yo, I'm gonna bring bricks. Like what? Bricks? Bam. A sign? Water? A cell phone? No, bricks. All right. All right, cool. Bricks. But let's continue.
Much about George Soros, in all honesty. I do not know much about this man, so I would not bear false witness. I need to educate myself more about these, but also these things is we pinpoint names. We pinpoint people, we attack each other. We are all equal in God's eyes. Sometimes people are controlled by demons. Sometimes people are controlled by the environment that we are in. But we are all God's people. There's no bad people. There are lost people. But we are all God's people. There's no left, right, red, blue. That's why my hair is purple today. And everyone, I've never got next to someone who didn't become more prosperous because of it. George Soros, I know, knows how to make homes in one day. Well, we're doing the same thing. We're making homeless shelters. So I would like to meet with George Soros on that. Mark Zuckerberg would like to bring the internet into Africa. Okay, well let's meet Mark Zuckerberg, because when you went to Africa, they said no. China is buying land in Africa. Okay, well my deal with Adidas is no longer that I get a 15% royalty. I'm giving them the 15% royalty. Wait a second. I don't want to hear. I would just let you know when I'm finished with my thoughts. I would prefer 10. I like those ones are 20, and I'm giving them a 15% royalty. And because of their 15% royalty, it made me into a billionaire. Which could make me, off of this speech alone, at zero tomorrow. But when God calls Moses, he has to leave his comfy job, working for the Egyptians, and free the people. And the freedom does not come from an election. The freedom comes from you not loading up pornography. The freedom comes from you not taking the Percocet. The freedom comes from you not down your.
Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay. So I'm talking about he's taking a risk and doing all of this and talking about this stuff. It's true. It's true. Because if anyone had ever seen or noticed, prime example, like shoot. Well, no, he's not a prime example. He did say some stuff, and he didn't express himself correctly. So I'm not going to use him as an example. I'm trying to think of somebody that said something and then they just got stomped out, like just boom, just gone. Besides Nick Cannon, because Nick Cannon was semi-justified, semi-not. It just all depends on how you look at it. But it does kind of get into the point, when you don't own your brand, when you don't own your brand, it's or you don't own the means of distribution for your brand, like those are things people have to be mindful of. And you have to be mindful of, okay, I'm dependent on this distributor to sell my things. I best not piss them off, or they're my platform in which I use to express myself. Let me not, piss anyone off, rub anyone the wrong way. You have to be just extremely mindful of that type of stuff. And life is chess, not checkers. Like you have to be thinking ahead of yourself all the time. That's why there's some things like even with this channel in general, like I'll never really expound on them or talk about because of the nature of, I like having a job, I like having a job. I don't want to get kicked off the job or whatever because of something. But so far, um just to bring it back to Kanye and we'll keep going. Um like he's not making sense. There we go. You know, it's just it's just kind of wild to hear somebody say that type of stuff. But not actually. Ooh, oh, that's nasty. Piece of popcorn popped off on my hand. Um, Encoding overloading. Please consider turning down video settings. Word. Oh well, no. I only have my drop frames is only no. Whatever. Anyway, let's keep going.
And your sister. The freedom comes from you putting that gun down and not shooting people at the gas station. It has nothing to do with this election. It only has to do with God and God's people.
Okay. I'm gonna disagree with him a little bit. Y'all go vote. Go vote. Go vote. I mean, heck, he asking for your vote. Campaigning for president. He asking for your vote. Go vote. All right. Whatever you vote for, whatever party floats your boat, vote for it. Just know who you. I'll say it like this: when you go vote, know who you're voting with. Okay, who are all the people that you are voting with? Because they also represent you because you're choosing to be on that team. So you need to really, really do some soul searching on who you're voting with. Not who you're voting for, who you're voting with. Because when you break down who you're voting with, that gets creepy. That gets creepy. That gets creepy. So you should vote. You should see what organizations are funding your candidates. You should look at what people and groups are supporting your candidates. You should look into that. That's more important than the actual candidate themselves. Because why? That organization, they're giving them money. So he's going to do whatever he or she, in this case, it's two men, Biden, Trump. I guess we got Kanye, but I'm not counting him as a real choice. I'll take the Libertarian or Green candidates over Kanye for now. He needs a little bit more work on himself because he's like a little too. Nah, I don't need that. I don't need that behind the wheel and with a nuclear code. That's all I'm gonna say. But like he's proven he's bipolar. He literally went to he made an album and wrote it on the front. I am bipolar. I don't need bipolar with a nuke. Like no. Mm-mm. No. That just doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good because heck, if the president say, "Yo, I'm gonna blow you off the face of the earth," you know what I'm saying? Then later on, he gets a feeling bad and he comes down off his feelings and he's like, "Oh yeah, so what's going on with Swanson Judge? I think we should take this diplomacy approach." Sir, you already nuked them, sir. Like they're gone. We're preparing for World War III now. Like stuff like that. I'm joking though. I'm joking. Even though my tone doesn't say that, I'm joking. I'm joking. Anyway, let's keep going.
He set pause for us to take a moment and breathe and not teapot ourselves out. He set pause for us. Now we have a moment to breathe. It has nothing to do with black, white.
Okay. That pause thing. You talking about the coronavirus? Everybody being on lockdown. Everybody being stuck in the house. You know, everybody not being able to really do the things that you used to do to take your mind off of things, to distract yourself. Like now we're all in a space where you have time to think, you know. Um, and I beseech people to think and do real research and really try and find things out. I beseech you to do that. It's very important. And then try and think of things with a level head and think independently and always move based off facts. Okay? Facts. Facts and truths. Okay? Don't let your emotions or just any and everything getting posted on the internet sway you. Okay? You need to be able to look things up for yourself. Because if you can't look it up for yourself and you can't prove it or you can't refute someone when they bring it up, these other points, you know, do you really believe that? You know? How do you believe it? How do you support it? How do you love it? If you can't stand on it, you should be able to stand on what you believe in. And you should be able to have facts and truths to support that. You know, if you don't have that, you know, if you can't make that argument, you can't make that case for it, I dare say you don't believe in it. You know, and I get it. Everyone's not articulate. Speech isn't everyone's thing, but man, this popcorn's good. You should do that. You should look into that. Why does this thing keep saying mind coding is overloading? Yeah, everything's fine. I think it's my voice. I gotta control my tone. Yeah, I definitely gotta control my tone. Not my tone, my volume. My volume. I gotta control my volume. I gotta not get excited. Okay, so anyway, I was about to lick my fingers. Didn't do it.
Rich, poor, red, blue, Native American, Pilgrim. It has to deal with being truthful to what God has. I see you have your hands up. Walk up here. You're going to get your chin. Walk in. Walk up here.
Now, interesting thing he's doing. Instead of the normal town hall format where you pass a mic around, he's calling people up and having them express themselves. Like he had a little girl up there. I didn't start there, but she expressed her thoughts on education and also police brutality. Her education one I kind of liked because she was saying like how they're not teaching the whole thing. They're not teaching the whole perspective. They're just really like isolate, like really like zeroing in, dialing in, like focusing on like this one particular perspective and how it happened. But anytime you get on the internet, you then do a little bit of half research and you realize, man, my textbook was wildly wrong. Like it was so off. Like there was so many details left out. So and so wasn't even a hero. He was a terrible person. But anyway.
Let me tell you something. I heard you. Planned Parenthood. Alright? So let me tell you, I'm talking about Planned Parenthood. So, one more minute, we're going to talk. I'm going to have my talk, and then I'm going to do Planned Parenthood. So, one more minute, no, we're going to be I don't speak that well. And there are illegal, so-called, there's no such thing as an illegal immigrant. People that are working here and supporting the world, then they need the opportunity for the freedom of the state, for the country that they work for. Let me go to Planned Parenthood.
That right there. No, right there. That's fire. That's fire, and that's true. Because if you do any bit of driving out here in San Diego, I dare you to drive out there to like, well, not in San Diego. Drive out towards like the border where like the farms and stuff are. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're having issues with, there's a lot of food that's going bad out there in the field. It's not even getting harvested. Why? Because they haven't been able to have as many workers come over. And why? Or stay over? Because freaking COVID. Freaking COVID. COVID's killing people. I mean, not COVID, but also ICE. They're deporting people. It's a twofold thing. Both are happening at the same time. One's been happening, and then COVID just like amplified it. And so, you know, it adds to like food shortage problems and things of that nature. And I firmly believe that if you're working here, getting paid, and you're providing this great service for us that nobody wants to do. Nobody wants to do. Nobody wants to do it. And until somebody can tell me how else it's going to get done, yo, let them stay here. Let them stay here. If they ain't going to be in that farm doing that stuff, let them stay here. And then if they want to boss themselves up and move on, or start their own farm and build some generational wealth and money for their family, let them do that. Like, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to no field. I ain't doing it. Like, that stuff is rough. Out there in the sun, you're out there picking corn, picking green beans, picking peas. Oh, that's, man. Y'all don't want that. Y'all don't want that life. Picking the oranges, the apples. I know y'all like orange juice. I know y'all like apple juice. Picking, you know what I'm saying? Getting the cranberries together. You know what I'm saying? Getting the grapes. So then we can have some good old cranberry. Like, man, ain't nobody trying to do all that. But they are. They out there doing it. Working tirelessly. In the elements. Okay? There's nothing we can say. We can say, like, what you gonna do, bro? Americans don't want those jobs. They don't want them. They don't want them. Then another one, man, that people don't want. People don't want these housekeeping positions at the hotel. Nobody trying to be no housekeeper. Ain't nobody really trying to be no housekeeper. You know? And I mean, you just expound on any job that they typically do. We don't want to do it. We don't want to do it. You know why? Because 9 times out of 10 it requires physical labor. And Americans, we have grown lazier and lazier and lazier and lazier over the years. Okay? Anyway, that's my 2 cents. Next thing.
Yes, the statement is, in the Bible it says, thou shalt not kill. I remember that my girlfriend called me screaming and crying. And I was just thinking, because at that time I was a rapper, I was out there, I had just a girlfriend and everything, and I just thought to myself, I want to word this in a way that, hey, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to word it like I just thought. So my girlfriend called me, and I just thought to myself, please don't tell me that day Kim Kardashian is. That's going to be the worst thing. I want to word this in a way that, hey, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to word it like I just thought.
Okay.
So my girlfriend called me, and I just thought to myself, please don't tell me that day Kim Kardashian is. That's going to be the worst thing. said she was pregnant, and for 1 month, and 2 months, and 3 months, we talked about her not having this child. She had the pills in her hand.
Okay, here comes his breakdown.
You take the pills, and if you take it, it's a wrap. The baby's gone. So I was sitting up in Paris, and I had my leather pants on. You already know, if you got leather pants on, you already know who this person, what think they are. Right? And I'm in the apartment where my wife was actually robbed. And I have my laptop up, and I got all of my creative ideas. I got my shoes, I got my exam cover, I got communities, I got clothes, I got all this. And the screen was black and white. And God said, if you fuck with my vision, I'm going to fuck with yours. And I called my wife. And she said, we're going to have this baby. I said, we're going to have this child. I know people that are 50 years old that didn't have the children, that didn't have that child, that have never got to experience the level of joy that I experienced having a child. So even if my wife were to divorce me after this speech, she brought North into the world, even when I didn't want to. She stood up and she protected that child. You know who else protected the child? Who do you think might have protected the child? 43 years ago, who do you think protected the child? My mom saved my life. My dad wanted to abort me. My mom saved my life. There would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy.
Okay. So what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna skip past some of this crying and boohooing over his dad wanting to get an abortion for him and his mom being like no, she wanted to have him. I'm gonna skip past some of it. You know what I'm saying? It's a good story, but you can watch that on your own time. Own dime. I gotta. I mean, it's 11. It's 11 p.m. I'm trying to go to sleep.
It takes a village to raise a child. No matter how much money you have, if you need prayer. You have an option of $50,000 a year that I will support the organizations that I make to take care of this child. Are you saying no? You say I have to play an option? Calm down, everyone. Calm down, everyone. Be quiet.
He went to a slight. So that bit was supposed to be like going into the breakdown stuff and all that. That was supposed to be going into Planned Parenthood and him saying, "Yo, we need to defund Planned Parenthood." I'm going to say, nope. I'm going to say we should keep it because otherwise you're going to have people out there getting abortions, backwoods, back alley abortions. You know what I'm saying? That was a thing. Women were dying. You know, and particularly women of color. And I'm all for someone if you're not able to take care of the child, not having it because everyone's like, oh, well, you can put them in a foster care. You can put them in the DHS and all this other stuff. And they could take care of the kids. Like, no, they're not really getting a real life like that. They're not getting a real life. You know what I'm saying? Like it messes with those kids a lot. It messes with those kids. Like I've seen it firsthand. Like it really hurts them a lot because they feel unloved and they feel like they're not wanted by anyone. You know, especially if they go the whole time without getting adopted. They feel like they're unloved and they're not wanted by anyone, and they live their whole life with like weights on their shoulders that they shouldn't even have. All because the parent wasn't ready, or all because the parent was on drugs or whatever it is. Like, the child doesn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Now, Byron, are you saying the child deserves this? Like, no, but it's better than just like having a child when you're ready is better to me. Is the best alternative to me. I rather someone not have to suffer. You know, even if it's low grade suffering as a child. Sometimes it's like really high and it's really bad. You know, um, there's a Netflix documentary that can show you how bad it can get with kids. Um, People aren't even adopted at that rate. I mean, the main people saying, "Oh, they don't get adopted," blah blah blah. Like, you ain't even adopting kids, so shut up. Like, go adopt a kid. Go adopt a kid. Go adopt a kid. If you don't want them to get abortion, that's cool. That's cool. You want them to have all the babies, that's fine. You need to go out there and you need to adopt a kid, though. Every single last one of y'all need to go adopt a kid. That's something like I plan on doing later on in life, like adopting a kid. Because I mean, I feel like that's the like one of the greatest things you can do to like pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? Your blessings. Like, I was blessed to have both my parents in my life. Like, I feel like it's a good thing to do. At some point, not now, but at some point, it's definitely something I'm gonna do. Um, Give someone a chance to, you know, be loved and to have a family. You know what I'm saying? Have a place that they ain't call home. But that's just me. Didn't mean to go on a little rant there, but yeah.
Now everyone be quiet so we can hear us. Now, Steve Johnson was adopted. You were adopted. I were adopted. It actually, the whole thing is villages. It takes a village to raise a child. No matter how much money you have, you need grandmothers. You need friends. You need people.
Okay, right now he's up there talking to this woman. I'm gonna pause this video right there at 27 minutes and 2 seconds. And we're gonna have to get back to this because I'm gonna be here all night. Um, yeah. So I'm gonna be doing a part two to Kanye's rally tomorrow after work. I'm gonna do a part two, but right now your boy's done. I just ran 4.5 miles. I'm tired. I'm gonna drink some more water, and so I don't cramp in the morning and fall on my face. That's happened. That's actually happened. Very funny story. Trying to get out of bed, cramped. And my other foot wasn't quite underneath myself as I thought it was, and I just fell. I just fell. So yeah. Life alert didn't come get me. I just had to, wait till I got done and cramping, and then I proceeded to slowly get over to the kitchen and drink some water, make myself feel better. But again, 27 minutes and 2 seconds. We're gonna finish. We're gonna really like unpack this thing because I feel like it deserves like time and attention. Because I feel like other candidates, they're gonna get like all this time and attention and all that. And I mean, Kanye West kind of warrants attention, but that's just because people like watching him make a fool out of himself. Honestly, because when you watch him at first, it's just like, what are you saying? But then like if you try and like go, okay, I'm gonna try not to be a critic, and I'm gonna try and like actually try and understand this person. It comes together a lot better. But anyway, that's my time. That's the stream. Uh, We'll reconvene tomorrow afternoon. Bye.